This man is truly too powerful, because if he overuses his magic power in battle, he might actually turn into a demon king. That day, his sister was reporting the villagers' petitions to Jack. Reading through them gave Jack a massive headache. Just then, Lisa suddenly came running in a hurry, shouting for him to come with her. It turned out that Whitehair and Lisa were nearby, and had come across an injured artificial human. As soon as the artificial human regained consciousness, his first reaction was to beg Whitehair to save his companions. They had all been attacked in the forest. Upon hearing this, Jack and Lisa immediately prepared to depart. When the two arrived, they found two groups of artificial humans fighting each other. The side with emotions was clearly at a disadvantage. Jack intervened just in time and protected Greenhair, who was on the verge of death. Jack had no choice but to explain his intentions to Greenhair first. Seeing that a human had protected him multiple times, Greenhair finally let his guard down and began to talk. It turned out that the ones hunting them were combat-type artificial humans from the country of Brunkais. Upon hearing that name, Jack remembered that Whitehair had also escaped from there. He immediately realized that Count Brunkais was illegally creating artificial humans. At that moment, Amon was also drawn over by the sounds of battle. The mission given to these combat-type artificial humans led Amon to advise Jack not to treat them as people, since they were nothing more than emotionless puppets. Only then did Jack harden his resolve and eliminate the combat-type artificial humans. But the enemies were numerous, so Jack had to do what he did when fighting Amon. Use magic to enhance all of his abilities. In one burst, he wiped out all the remaining combat units. Then he spoke with the artificial humans who had emotions, explaining his purpose, and invited them to the war camp to heal. But the artificial humans who had suffered so much did not trust humans. Jack understood that it would be difficult to earn their trust right away. Fortunately, Greenhair recognized that Jack was a kind human, and with his companions injured and nowhere to go, he agreed to Jack's invitation. After settling the group of artificial humans, Jack still had one thing to figure out: the Demon King, greed, and his purpose in mass-producing artificial humans. Amon answered directly. Because Demon Kings are immortal, they always look for something to pass the time, and what Greed chose to do was to focus on researching how to create the strongest soldier. The so-called strongest means someone like Jack, whose magic power can be enhanced, and whose shield can also be strengthened. Only by possessing both abilities can one be considered the strongest. Hearing this made Jack furious. He couldn't tolerate that Greed, just for the sake of experiments, had caused these artificial humans such suffering. So Jack decided to go defeat Greed. But Amon said that with Jack's current strength, he stood no chance against Greed. Moreover, Jack's strongest power could become a problem too, because magic power flows from monsters to the dungeon administrators. If Jack overuses it, he might end up becoming a Demon King himself.
もっと強くならないといけない。